Okay, hey guys. Welcome to our website and Fox Local stream talking about conditions outside. Since we have rain and snow on our Easter Sunday. Obviously, normally we'd be on air right now. We have sports on instead, so that's why we are coming to you from Fox Local and from our website. But the cool thing is I tweeted out both on my Twitter and my Facebook account. So if you have any questions about the weather, I'll try to check them towards the end of this stream. And I'll try to answer any questions you guys might have. Hopefully you're still enjoying yourself, even though this is definitely not what we picture when we think the end of March, early April. Usually the weather is gorgeous. Usually April is perfect for the egg hunt outside. And it has been kind of the opposite of perfect for today. Good for indoor weather, I will say that. Good for eating a bunch of food and hanging out with family. So let's talk about conditions outside. We'll start with temperatures because that's going to be important as we go through tonight, as another round of some snow showers starts to come through. And notice on the stream that you have right now, you've got a shot of Sedona, downtown Phoenix, and then myself. I'm going to be looking off camera sometimes because I'm running through my graphics. But again, I'll kind of periodically pop back over to the camera. And I might turn the live shots off from time to time too, just so you can get a full view of our graphics. So, okay, temperatures is where we're beginning. Snowbowl, 24 degrees right now. We're at 34 degrees in Flagstaff, so it is considerably warmer in Flag. In fact, it's been a little above freezing for the last few hours. So as a result, some of the snow that fell this morning has melted a bit. I looked at the downtown camera, and I have a feeling that there was probably some plow action overnight last night, but that overall things look pretty good in downtown Flagstaff, and some of the roads that are running up like 17 moving towards Flagstaff. 40 early this morning was shut down both ways because of the snow, but again, since that has weakened considerably and stopped in a lot of spots, they have opened those areas. So let's talk about temperatures for the rest of the region. We're in the low 40s in Oak Creek and Sedona right now. We're at 34 in Happy Jack. That's an area that should pick up more snow, which is great for our snowpack as we move forward. 47 in Winslow, and then considerably colder, notice, as we slide into parts of Navajo Apache counties where the snow is still actively falling. So we're at 33 in Pine Top. We're in the upper 20s, Apache Butte, and Nutrioso sitting at 37 degrees. Then we head to the valley, and all right, for me, end of March, Easter, a little chilly out there. I had to throw on the jacket before I came into work. We're sitting at 58 right now at Sky Harbor Airport, but Chandler's only at 54 degrees, 56 Cave Creek, and Apache Junction's at 53. And then surprise, you've, congratulations, made it into the 60s. You're at 61 degrees. That's because the West Valley dried out much quicker than the East Valley did today. And in fact, when I left for work early this afternoon in the East Valley, it was still raining. By the time I got to downtown, I saw some sunshine poking through those clouds. So big difference depending on where you're at as to how much rain you've picked up and how gray it's been throughout today as well. The temperatures, though, all around the board, cooler than average by quite a bit. In fact, we hit our high temperature today right after midnight at Sky Harbor. That was 65 degrees, but we have not gotten that warm the rest of the day. We've mostly been in the 50s this afternoon. And then the good news is the wind's not as bad as they were, say, yesterday when it was so windy around the state. Instead, our gusts around 20, 30 miles per hour, Globe to Safford. Notice Douglas at nearly 40 mile per hour winds, but we're kind of past the windiest portion of this storm system that's moved off to the east. So let's talk about radar. Of course, you've got your live camera views that are on the screen right now. We have Sedona, and then you have downtown Phoenix. Big difference. Sedona still looks rainy. Downtown Phoenix, it's kind of a cloud sunshine mix that we have right now. There will be more storms that move into Phoenix, I think, as we go through tonight and early tomorrow morning. So we're not necessarily done, just that we are looking at a little break out there. Sorry if I check my phone periodically, it's just to make sure that everything is working when it comes to our live stream. Okay, so here's our look at Fox Vision. We're going to dive into a couple spots where we still have some moisture out there. Snow still falling from about Heber to Show Low. I think it's probably a little bit of a mix falling in that area. You can let me know if you're picking up anything more considerable. And then same thing for the White Mountains. It's a fairly light snow, but it is falling there. Holbrook rain, St. John's, you're getting some rain as well. And that's kind of be the case over the next couple hours as this first kind of bout that we were dealing with throughout last night and into today continues to trek along to the east. But we're already starting to see that second round show its face. It's starting as just some scattered lighter stuff that is developing. Peach Springs to Ash Forks, a couple little rain showers there, and then some snow showers starting to pick up right over the 17, but along the higher elevation. So the 17 itself, maybe you're getting some snow on the ground, but temperatures are fairly marginal, so I'm not super worried at this point. The mountain tops are where it's probably collecting. But this will shift into Flagstaff, and they're going to get those those on-off snow showers, it looks like, into tonight. I actually think the bulk of the steadier snow, it looks like, sits a little bit south of I-40, but that doesn't mean you're completely out of the equation, Flagstaff. Just a heads up there. Then we go a little further south. We did have a thunderstorm that was moving over Wickenburg. It's lost a little bit of its oomph, so there's still some rain with it, but I don't see any lightning now reporting. And that does extend some rain up to the Congress, Yardell area right now. That'll move into Black Canyon City here in the next hour or so. And then there's the look at the valley. Mostly quiet. Looks like a few lighter showers in the East Valley. Some good steady rain over parts of Pinell County and Gila County as well. And then notice Gila Bend, a couple little showers bubbling up. If we widen the picture out, the bulk of the moisture is just starting to level up along the western edge of Arizona. This actually looks fairly similar to what we saw last night, where we had the storms kind of lining up against the west edge of the state, and then they passed through. The difference is it's not going to be quite as much of a wall, and I don't think it'll have quite the intensity of what we had overnight last night and into early this morning, but there will be some pockets of, say, a thunderstorm or two that could pass through the valley, and a pocket or two here and there that pass in the high country of a steadier snowfall as well. So we are going to get a little bit of both out of this. And notice there's quite a bit of moisture still over Southern California. The center of this storm, let me see if I can grab my little pencil here. See how it still looks like there's this kind of rotation going like that? So that's where the center of the storm still is, and it has to move up and over Arizona. It'll do so pretty quickly, but as it does so, it's going to push all that wet weather our direction as we go through tonight and into tomorrow. So I'm going to drop actually my live cameras for this graphic because I want to walk through some of the details of the winter weather alerts that are in place still from the National Weather Service. So we have over the Yavapai County Mountains starting at 8 o'clock tonight through 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. Above 5,500 feet, there is an advisory. Remember, the National Weather Service puts out advisories when there's going to be accumulating snow that could impact your travel or just your plans in general. So this is through 10 a.m. tomorrow morning at the higher elevations. So this means some of the surrounding areas around Prescott, maybe not necessarily right in downtown, but already we've seen about an inch and a half in parts of Prescott. So that's why they have issued that advisory. Then we slide into the eastern Mogollon Rim until noon tomorrow under an advisory above 6,000 feet. Not a ton of super populated areas here, but even if you're in the Pine Strawberry area overnight, I think you have a chance of catching a few flakes. And then down we go into the White Mountains again until noon tomorrow, an advisory above 7,000 feet. So we are looking at some accumulation of snow, say, near the Pine Top Lakeside area. And then as you trek up the mountain near Sunrise, although unfortunately I believe Sunrise, their last weekend was this weekend. So this new snow not going to be super beneficial to any future ski plans there. Let's walk through the Futurecast. Actually, you know what? Before we go to the Futurecast, I was going to show off some snow totals for you guys, too. So this is from this morning, but you can see the range of numbers that we saw. It really was an elevation-based game. Parks up to 12 inches. I saw some lower, but some reports up to 12 inches in Parks. That's just to the northwest of Flagstaff. Kachina Village, 7 inches just to the south of downtown Flag. And then at the Flag Airport, also right around 7 inches of snow so far. Prescott Valley reporting 1.5 inches, and West Sedona reporting 1 inch of snow. And those areas with the lower amounts, again, you'll have a chance of some small amounts again tonight or even into tomorrow when it comes to snow accumulation. As for rain amounts, again, let me grab my graphic for you guys here. Just give me 1 second to pop that up. I'll throw back up radar for a second while I get it for you guys, because this one I have to refresh the Maricopa County Flood Control District data. And then I'll grab the graphic. There it is. Okay, so these are the rain totals from the last 24 hours. Again, this is data from the Maricopa County Flood Control District. And you can see that the West Valley did not fare quite as good as, say, the East Valley because the rain lingered there longer. But everyone did all right. 1/4 of an inch to 1/3 of an inch in areas near Litchfield Park to Glendale and up to, say, along the 17 near North Phoenix. You see the 0.31 inches of rain. Closer to 1/2 an inch as you crept north of the valley, Cave Creek, Carefree, and then same deal as you head towards Rio Verde. Fountain Hills, about 1/3 of an inch, and then Mesa was an interesting one, 1/3 of an inch to a little over 1/2 an inch in a few pockets reported there. I'll tell you what, it felt like it was 1/2 of an inch over where I live in Gilbert, because it felt like a lot of rain. There was a lot of ponding in our backyard, just kind of steady coming down all morning long. We had family over for Easter, and yeah, it didn't stop the whole time that everybody was there. A lot of wet puppy prints in my house now after we let the dogs out a few times. Third of an inch or so about around Chandler as well as Tempe. So the number's pretty good, but we're going to add to this as we go through tonight and into tomorrow as well. Okay, so let's go back to the Futurecast now to walk through the rest of the timing on this storm. So there's the look of Futurecast. This model's doing an okay job of showing where the rain currently is. It looks like it's pushed a little bit too far eastward. If you look at, say, where the rain is in Pinell County, there's a bit more fill out. But overall, when I'm looking at a computer model, I look for a couple of things. Is it initializing or starting properly? And this, not a bad start. And then I like to kind of, you learn this as you go as a meteorologist, but some models overdo things and you want to say, is this overdoing it? I don't think this one is. Necessarily. So this is a good starting point. So we'll walk through this Futurecast for the timing of the forecast here. So as we go through the night, this is around 7, 8 o'clock at night. Notice it starts to show a couple of those showers and thunderstorms popping up over parts of western Maricopa County, western Yavapai County as well, and maybe a couple snow showers again still lingering near Flagstaff. Then we continue this clock, and there's through the night some of those showers and storms right through the valley. This is at 1 a.m. Now you have that snow flipping over the mountains of Yavapai County around Prescott and scattered snow showers Flagstaff and over to like the Strawberry Pine area. I'm going to mention that little zone because I think that triangle zone is going to be our hot spot for some snow overnight. Not necessarily huge totals, but just the best chance for some on and off snow showers to continue. And then we go through to your Monday morning. This is 9 a.m. Still showing some rain showers popping up over the valley. But notice the snow in Flagstaff and Prescott has started to thin, and it's moving farther along to the east. So now we have some of that scattered activity over portions of Apache and Navajo counties, and even the higher elevations of Gila County as well. Now, this model does thin things out pretty quickly in the afternoon. I think there's a chance for some lingering showers, both rain and snow across the state. Notice here it shows Yavapai with a few showers or storms near Prescott about 7 p.m. A couple of those could trickle down into the valley, although the chance starts to diminish as the night goes on Monday. So the roundup for you is that the steadiest periods of rain for the valley will be overnight into early tomorrow morning, with some scattered showers continuing on Monday. And we could still see 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 inch rain totals added on top of what we already have with any pockets. If you get a good thunderstorm overhead, you know that game. You get a nice dumping of rain, so some isolated higher totals will be possible too. As for driving in the high country, good news is that, like I said, it looks like they've been cleaning up the major roads, but some side streets could have some struggles out there. So overnight, some periods of snow, slippery roads still possible. Monday morning, some icy spots, lighter snow still lingering, and then a few snow showers into the afternoon. Evening on Monday means still some slick roads, but improving travel through your Monday, I believe, especially as you get later into the day. Additional snow on top of what I've already shown you. And remember, those numbers are from this morning, so they might be a little low in a few spots, but this will be additional for overnight tonight through tomorrow night. So by the time you wake up Tuesday morning, the storm is done. Like what were your final kind of extra total that you brought into the game here? Maybe 1 to 3 in downtown. This is a tough one. There's going to be a pretty distinct cutoff with this storm of people that don't get really any snow and folks that get a couple of inches. So Flagstaff's right on the edge of that cutoff. So we'll still give you the chance, but it's not a promise for 1 to 3 and Snowball 3 to 6 inches. Prescott, a possible 1 to 3, Payson up to 2, but just to the north of you, the Mogollon Rim, we start to see those more impressive totals, 3 to 6 and beyond. And then you see same for 3 to 6 in Pinetop Lakeside, possibly a bit more in Sunrise Park, but as we know, they're at the end of their season, so I'm not sure they'll report any new numbers as we head into the new week. But you can see these aren't huge amounts, but it will be some extra snow you'll wake up to by tomorrow or even collect into the afternoon tomorrow. So temperatures tonight around the board, it will be cool for this time of year. 52 in Phoenix, 33 for Prescott, 35 in Winslow, and 26 in Flagstaff. And then tomorrow in the afternoon, still much cooler than average. 40 degrees for Flagstaff, 46 in Prescott, and 42 for Show Low. In the valley, only up to 64. And Casa Grande, you're barely making it to 60. So tomorrow, definitely a jacket day as you head to work because it will feel cooler than is normal for the first day of April. It feels a little bit like an April Fool's joke to look at those numbers and know that that's April. All right, so here's the storm progressing. I talked about this a little bit ago. It's going to be moving over Arizona tonight. It's kind of a quick mover, but that'll give us that better bout overnight. And then by tomorrow afternoon, it's moving up and out. And then we'll replace this with warm air. So in the next few days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, the temperature starts to climb right back to normal. Normal this time of year is to be in the lower 80s. but we just can't break the pattern entirely because watch what happens here. Another system starts to slip down the west coast. Now this one questionable if it will bring us any moisture by say Friday. A better chance I'd say in the high country, but it does regardless look like it will bring us some cooler air. So here's a look at your 10-day Foxcast. Check out the numbers there. 64 degrees tomorrow, 70% chance for rain, especially the first half of the day. You see the warm up to middle 70s Tuesday, beautiful, low 80s Wednesday, and then mid upper 80s by your Thursday. And then we'll put in a 20% chance now Friday for a shower or two in the valley, although again, I think we're leaning towards the high country having a better chance if the system can make it to us. That'll cool us though. Saturday we're back to 60s of next week, and then we'll do it again. We'll start to warm back up on the end of that 10-day. So I'm just going to peek really quick on my social media, see if there were any questions that were sent to me. I only posted like a couple minutes beforehand, so I'm not sure we'll really have any questions, but I just wanted to check. Yeah, I don't see anything. So hopefully this kind of walked through everything you needed to know about where we are in the storm. I'll have another update tonight. I'll tweak the forecast probably a bit more by then regarding the outlook for tonight, tomorrow, your work week, all of that. That'll be coming up as we head into the 9 o'clock hour tonight, because we'll have our 9 and 10 newscasts will still be on tonight, just our 5 that we didn't have because of sports. So again, there's the look at radar. You can see those storms that are starting to collect sitting just off to the west of us. And again, those will start to move our way over the next few hours. So tune in tonight, 9, 10 o'clock, and we will